So we're looking to solve the following system of equations using any method. So we have two equations here. That is 3x minus y is equal to 26, and 10x plus y is equal to 13. So something I notice about both of these equations is that they're both in standard form. Now as a reminder, standard form is ax plus by equals c. This is linear standard form. And from what I remember, the best method to use if they're both in standard form is the elimination method. So if we're using the elimination method, we want to see, do they have any matching coefficients? So let's take a look. Let's look at the x terms. So we have 3x and 10x. They're not matching, so let's check the y terms. Here we have negative y and positive y. So they're both the same, and one is positive and one is negative. That's exactly what we want. So let's see what we can do now. So now using the elimination method, we're going to combine both of these equations. So if we combine 3x and 10x, we're going to have 13x. If we combine negative y and positive y, this is going to cancel out. This is exactly what we want. We want to cancel out one variable, eliminate one variable. Now we're going to do 26 and combine that with positive 13. If you combine 26 and 13, you get 39. Awesome. Now we have one variable, which is x, so we want to solve for that variable. So we're going to take both sides of these, and we're going to divide 13 because we want to get x by itself. We divide 13, x is equal to 39 divided by 13 is 3. Awesome. We just found the x value. Now the question is, are we finished? They say solve the following system of equations. They didn't say x or y, so we have to solve for both of them. So now we're going to take one of the original equations. Let's use the first equation. We're going to take one of the original equations, and we're going to plug back in. We're going to plug into the equation what we just found. So first, let's rewrite the equation. We have 3x minus y is equal to 26. Now we're going to take what we found, x is equal to 3, and what we're going to do here is we're going to plug in 3 wherever we see x. So we're going to rewrite the equation, but anytime we see x, we're going to plug in that value of 3. So 3 times 3 minus y is equal to, this is not 2b, that's a 26. Okay, now 3 times 3 is 9. We're using PEMDAS to simplify. So 9 minus y is equal to 26. Now we're going to solve for y. I need to get y by itself, so I'm going to subtract 9 to both sides. Negative y is equal to 26 minus 9 is negative, sorry, it's not negative, it's positive 17. There we go. Now, we have negative y. We want to have positive y. So just a quick reminder, if we see a negative y, that means that it's negative 1y. There's an invisible 1. So we're going to divide both sides by negative 1. So y is equal to 17 divided by negative 1 is negative 17. Awesome. Now we just found our y value. Now, sometimes we can just say, okay, we found x, we found y, we should move on. But are you sure your answer is correct? So what you want to make sure that you do is you want to make sure that you check your answer. So we're going to do that by plugging in. We're going to plug in to both equations. So let's do the first one. 3x minus y is equal to 26. Now, wherever we see x, we're going to plug in our value of 3. So 3 times 3 minus, and wherever we see y, we're going to plug in negative 17. And so this is equal to 26. We're going to simplify. 3 times 3 is 9. And here we have minus negative 17. So this is same as saying like there's a negative 1 right there. So we can say like negative 1 times negative 17. Or if you ever just see a minus sign outside of a parentheses with a negative, we're going to switch that to a positive. So this becomes 9 plus 17 is equal to 26. And 9 plus 17, that's 26, is equal to 26. Awesome, this works. But for a system, you have to make sure it's working for both equations. So let's plug in to the other one. Here we have 10x plus y is equal to 13. Again, we're going to plug it back in. So 10 times x is 3 plus, we're going to plug in for y now, y is negative 17 is equal to 13. So 10 times 3, that's 30. Now we have this positive and a negative. If you have a plus sign outside of a number with a negative sign, like we see here, then it's the same as like multiplying a positive and a negative number. It becomes that negative. A positive and a negative is a negative number. So we say 30 minus 17 is equal to 13. Now we can simplify. 30 minus 17, that is in fact 13. So 13 is equal to 13. Our check works. So our solution always ends in some type of statement. The solution is 3, negative 17. And boom, that's your answer. All right, guys.